what's the tea? What's the tea? Yo, tell me what's the tea? What's the tea? Yo, tell me what's the tea? What's the tea? Yo, tell me what's the tea? What's the tea? Yo, tell me what's the tea? What's the tea? Yo, tell me what's the tea?
This is the beginning of the record you like. Over and over, over and over. This is the beginning of the record you like. Over and over, over and over. Fading out, holding on until tomorrow. Shake it off, turn around. It won't be long till it's a brand new day. This is the beginning, the beginning. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. This is the beginning, the beginning. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. This is now. Here we go. Starting over. You decide to change your mind. Miracles happen every day. This is the beginning, the beginning. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. This is the beginning, the beginning. This is the beginning of the rest of your life.
Hey you guys, thanks for watching and welcome to another episode of What's the Tea with me, Hope Valentine. Today I'm talking to you guys about self-image, what you think about yourself and what other people think about you. Now, for this one, I'm going to get really close and personal with you guys. And I'm going to tell you, honestly, your opinion doesn't matter. Other people's opinions don't matter. It depends in some cases, though. Self-image is one's opinion of themselves, of their appearance, and their personality. Now, most of us, we're self-conscious, we worry about what we look like, how we look, and what other people think about us. And in all honesty, it really doesn't matter what other people think of you. I mean, as long as you're putting a good image of yourself out there, you don't want to look like trash and be okay with people ridiculing you and saying mean, hurtful things. But I mean, if you're very aware of your self-appearance and you're keeping yourself up and you're taking very good care of yourself and you're presenting yourself as a respectable person, then, and you feel good about it, then that's all that matters. That's how you feel good about it, and what other people think or what they say, if they're going to be negative, it really doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, you're living your life, you're doing what you have to do. Hopefully you're happy and you're in a happy place, and they're still doing whatever they're doing. They're still being negative, they're still being ignorant, and they're not getting anywhere. You're moving up and you're moving forward and leaving them behind. And you're going to continue to keep doing that. Just keep leaving the trash behind. Like, don't pay any attention to it. Don't pick it up. Don't follow it. Let it fester in its own ignorance. A friend of mine told me once, I mean, even if you are comfortable in the way you look or anything like that, and you're curious of what other people think about you, don't even think about it. Don't worry about it. Because I once asked a friend, I personally asked her, I said, so what do you think of me? And she told me straight to my face, just like I'm going to tell you, what I think of you is none of your business. And I've kept that with me, and I've held it to my heart as I'm dealing with people on a regular basis, even outside, strangers, friends, whatever. What other people think about you isn't any of your business. So if you're going outside and you're feeling a little bit insecure because people are looking at you, don't think about it. Don't even wonder what they're thinking. If you have to go outside with your headphones on and listen to your music to keep you in your happy place, then do so. Don't worry about what anybody else is thinking or pay any attention to the faces or anything they might be making looking at you. It's none of your business. You never know. I mean, you could be assuming they're thinking bad things. They could be looking right past you at something else, and you could be taking it to heart and feeling self-conscious about it. But what I have had to do, and what you should also do, basically, is get over yourself. It's not all about you. It's not always about you. You're not always the main focus. You feel that way because you're self-conscious about how you feel, and it's bothering you. And if it's bothering you that much in a bad way, change it. Do something different. If it's bothering you because you're worried that you don't look a way that stands up to the standards of the rest of society, don't worry about it. Or if it makes you comfortable, if you're happy with it, do it. Don't worry about what anybody else is thinking. And if you're doing it and you're feeling self-conscious, but you have people around you that are accepting and they're okay with it, and they're telling you you look fine, listen to those people, because you do look fine. It's in your head. You're self-conscious about yourself. Get over yourself. It's not about you. Don't worry about what you're doing. Actually, that might not make any sense. Don't worry about anybody else and what they're doing and what they're thinking. And kind of don't really worry about what you're doing either. I mean, if you're doing it and you're not fully aware that you're doing it, but you're doing it because it's natural to you, and this is basically routine or just something you do in your, like, whenever, then don't worry about it. Don't worry about what you're doing. This is you. This is who you are. Don't try to pretend and try to do what other people are doing, because that's how you become fake, so to speak, and that's how your personality changes into things that you're not, or you change to try to fit in with other groups of people, other personalities, because you're so focused on how you look and how you appear to everyone else that you are then turning your image to look and act like everyone else. We're not robots. If we were robots, we'd all be made the same, and we're not all made the same. We're all different. We're all individuals. None of us alike, none of us made the same. Like, whenever anybody tries to tell me, oh, I know you girls, you're like this and you're like that or whatever, I'm like, no, you've never met anyone like me. You could never have met anyone like me, because I am me. I am me. I'm an individual. I'm unique in my own way. You've never met anyone like me. And it would be impossible. I mean, you might have met someone similar, but it's not the same situation. You can't ever put people in a box. I mean, even with stereotypes, I mean, the stereotypes might fit, but you can't always, like, when it comes to stereotypes, it's different, but when it comes to judging a person's character, you can't ever put them in a box with anyone else, because not everyone is the same. They might have similarities and they might do some things similar, but one person's attitude and personality and characteristics will never be exactly like someone else's that you may have come across. You've got to differentiate the two, because if you continue to compare people to, or compare things in general to past experiences, then you're never going to be able to move forward, because you're always comparing to the past. Leave the past where it belongs. That's why it's history. It's gone. It's no longer here. Move forward. Move to the future. Live in the present. And don't be so focused on the negatives. Look at the positives. Try to always look at the glasses half full. And don't be so worried also about your image. Do what you have to do. I kind of got a little bit off topic and lost my train of thought. I totally lost my train of thought for a second. But I'm gonna come back to you guys.
And where is the body? Oh yeah. Don't hate me 'cause I'm beautiful. And where is the body? Move over, mother, 'cause I'm going faster than you can drive. The body's beautiful, baby. That's right. I just can't help it. Yeah, it's not my fault. I was born this way. Get with the B-E-A-U-T-Y. Beauty. The body is beautiful. Damn right. Don't hate me 'cause I'm beautiful. Everybody's beautiful in their own special way. Carry yourself like a queen and you will attract a king. Beauty comes from within. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, you will achieve. Do you believe that you are body beautiful? Yes. Oh yeah.
There ain't enough words to express how I feel. I'm body beautiful, true, that's for real. Am who I am and that's all I can be. Open up your mind so your eyes can't see.
Body beautiful, baby. Work that body. Body beautiful, baby.
Work it, work
Body
it.
beautiful, baby.
Work that body.
Body beautiful, that's me.
Well, I'ma tell you like this and I'ma tell you this way. And my body's beautiful, that's all I'm saying. Bodies come in all different shapes and sizes. You're beautiful too, just realize it. Can't you see the beauty in me? Open up your heart and set your mind free. Everybody's beautiful in their own way. Express yourself every day. And when you got joy on the inside, it shows on the out. Be confident and you're beautiful without a doubt. You're absolutely gorgeous, don't you know? So you got the body beautiful glow.
Body beautiful, baby. Work that body.
Hey, so I'm back. That little intermission reminded me what I was going to say. So that was kind of the perfect song to pick to listen to. Going back to self-image, pretty much just as the song says, you are the body beautiful. Don't listen to what other people have to say. Like, be comfortable in yourself. We as women have created this false image of who we are in our minds, and that's due to our self-consciousness and the ridicule in society, because people expect us to look a certain way and to think a certain way. We've molded ourselves to begin to look and act in those ways, and that's not fair to us as humans, as individuals, because you should be comfortable to be in your own skin and to go out and live the way you want to and do the things that you want to do without being criticized or ridiculed for doing those things. And now in today's society, we're so focused on appearance that we lose our sense of self. Like, we don't even know who we are anymore when we look back at who we used to be. And it's not totally our fault, because being pressured by society and the changes in culture and things like that, you kind of can't help it. Like, you kind of fall right into it without realizing it. And once you do become self-aware and you do realize it, then it's like you start to think about yourself and you're like, is this really me? And you start to doubt yourself again, and then you become confused and just don't know what to do. And all you can do is be yourself. Remember who you were. Remember what made you you. Remember why you were different. Don't focus so much on trying to be accepted and become one of the common folk or whatever. Like, remember why you were who you were and why you were an individual and what made you different and what made you stand out from everyone else. And collect those things and hang on to them, because that's what makes your character. That's what made you who you are. Because those people who copy and replicate the things that they see, those aren't people. They're replicas, they're copies, they're fakes. They don't even know who they are. They're just basically trying to live up to the standards of society. And they're losing out. But for those of us who are aware and are conscious of what's going on and what we're doing, we are able to take part in trying to keep up with those things and with those standards, but also trying to regain and not lose our sense of self and who we are as an individual. And it takes a lot of thinking and a lot of time to actually realize these things. I mean, I've got so much time to think to myself. I've always been a thinker, and so I often, as I'm growing and developing, I catch myself and I look back and I'm like, I'm different now. And like when I realize and think about the things that I'm going through, it reminds me that I am myself. I'm me. I'm an individual. I'm not like everyone else. And yeah, I stand out and I embrace it. I know I'm different and I'm always going to be different because I don't want to be one of the others. I want to be my own character. I want people to know me for being different. I don't want people to look at me and adore me because I'm like some celebrity or trying to become something that I'm not and giving off this aura and just pretending. You're basically putting on a face for show, and that's not who you really are. And people don't love you for who you are. They're loving you for this persona that you're creating. And we do that, especially women. We have done that, and we're doing that with our makeup. We have created this false image of who we think we should look, how we think we should look. And so we go out with this face put on and try to live up to this character that we've created in our mind. And you're not staying true to yourself. I mean, I've come to this realization before, and for a time, I did decide I'm going to be myself. I'm going to go out and embrace myself in my own skin. I'm going to go out with a clean face, washed face, no makeup, just my regular face, and become comfortable in my own skin, so that way I can feel comfortable in my skin knowing that other people can see me as I am, not as a character. And then once I've done that, then I can put back on my face, staying true to myself with my character face on, and be comfortable in my own skin and in character, or beautified, because that's what we're doing. We're trying to make ourselves beautiful and more appealing to the rest of the world. And so you have to do that in order to become comfortable with who you are, because no amount of makeup, no amount of concealer, foundation, eyeshadow, blush, hair, whatever, no amount of those things that you put on can make you feel comfortable with who you are, because at the end of the day it all comes off. And then you look in the mirror and you see the face that you don't even remember anymore, and you're uncomfortable. And once you become uncomfortable in your own skin, how can you feel comfortable putting on a facade? Because now you're lying to yourself, and you're creating this image that's also lying to others, because you're living up to an image, you're not living up to yourself. So you have to become comfortable in your own skin in order to become comfortable with your mask on, and be aware of the person that's underneath, so that way others can see you in and out of character and feel comfortable and still accept you. Because those who don't aren't real. They're not genuine people. And especially, you know, I'm going to save that for another one, for a different episode, because this is a serious thing with men and makeup and determining whether or not women are being real or fake, so to speak. But we'll get to that in another episode. But for now, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you continue to keep watching. If you can like and subscribe and try to get my videos around there, give me some topics and things to talk about, because this stuff is in here. But I mean, I think too much and I try not to think too often, so sometimes I run out of ideas. But hey, shoot me some comments, questions, anything you like, and I'll try to get back to you guys with a video in response to those things. And remember, I'm an ear to listen, a mouth to speak. For those who can't, for those who just want to talk, we can do that. Let's make this into something. We need to help each other out and learn and grow and be there for one another. So, I thank you guys for watching once again. Please continue to watch, spread the word, spread the love, spread the joy and happiness, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, honey buns.